Hello, everybody. It's a little weather extra time, and that's not the graphic I want. Let me just bounce back and forth. Hang on a second, everybody. I fast forwarded to the end. I don't want you to see all this yet. There we go. All right, now I can start. First off, let's talk about something that's happening that's very special for the month of March, and that is temperatures flirting with 80 degrees for like 4 to 5 days in a row, right? We just don't have that happen here very often in early March. It's so rare that we have chances each day to break a daily high temperature record, some of those records dating back to like 1910. Now, there is going to be some change in the forecast this weekend, though. After another warm day today, and I'll talk more about today and tomorrow in just a second, but I want to turn your attention to the weekend, a 48 first alert weather day for Saturday, and we don't have one for Sunday. And I know we have storms for both days, but here's the rationale behind it. Saturday after about noon through about 8 p.m., some winds, some heavy rain, and some small hail. Probably not the large hail we had a couple weeks ago or that last Thursday, but more like small pea-size hail. The wind gust about 40 miles an hour. I think at any given time when you talk about thunderstorms, you can't rule out all types of severe weather, but any kind of tornado would be extremely low. This is mainly just a rain, wind, and small hail event. It goes from noon to about 8 p.m. Give us another day to really fine-tune the timing of it. And that's why we've issued an alert day. Once the storms taper off in the evening, there'll be some lingering showers into Sunday, and there's still a chance of some storms Sunday. They will be few and far between. They will produce some locally heavy rainfall, and overall coverage will not be like Saturday. And at that point, you're going to be so tired on Sunday because you're going to lose an hour of sleep with daylight saving time beginning on Saturday night. Now, let's back it up a little bit. Let's go from the weekend and take you back to Thursday because that's where we are still. It's still Thursday. And I talked about the near record high temperatures for today and tomorrow. And Saturday, if those storms come in a little bit later in the day and we have a little bit of extra time to warm things up, potential's there for a Saturday record high too. We'll track a few storms on Friday. Don't get those confused with the alert day on Saturday. There'll be a pop-up storm on Friday, and it looks like it would favor areas east of I-65. And the main concern would be just some locally heavy downpours. If they were to fire up in the afternoon and evening, could impact the evening commute for a few locations. But the overall coverage expands and gets bigger as we go into Saturday and Sunday. And the rain and the storms for the weekend, I've already talked at length, that Saturday would be the day that would have a higher chance of some stronger storms. For today, went 80 degrees with a sun-cloud mix. Sunset at 5:47 p.m. Why is that significant? Because by Sunday evening, even though there's not a lot of sun in the forecast, we'll be closer to 7 o'clock. 6:49, I think, on Sunday, or 6:50. Now, that also means your sunrise times are going to be later in the morning, too. So it's going to be darker longer in the morning, but brighter earlier in the evening, starting on Sunday, after daylight saving time begins. Clocks jump ahead an hour. I, yours truly, work mornings now. And for the last 2 years, I've actually been late to work on Sunday because if you go about your normal business and you don't change the clocks, you're going to be an hour late to everything you do on Sunday. All right, Futurecast. A little cloud cover today mixed with some sun. Looks good. Look at the temperatures. I stopped this at 9 p.m. Last 2 evenings, I've been on the patio during the evening hours, and it has been just unbelievable. It's so warm. And it's like an early May type pattern. But that's your temperatures at 9 p.m. Still in the mid to upper 60s. It's just crazy. Friday morning, you wake up. There could be a little patchy fog tomorrow. But look at the temperatures. They're around 60 degrees. That's what our daytime high temperature should be. And with a mix of sun and clouds, again, we'll warm all the way back up to 80. Now, you see on that graphic there's a few little showers and storms. See how they're firing up? They're very isolated. But if we get a few storms, there could be some downpours and there could be some heavy rainfall. And that could impact your plans in the afternoon and evening, especially if they linger through the evening commute. But once we get through Friday, the higher concern will be Saturday. Here you go. Winds 40 miles an hour, heavy rainfall, some pea-sized hail, and some frequent lightning. This all starts at northwest Alabama around noon and continues eastbound through about 7, 8 o'clock. And we'll be tracking it for you. The weekend schedule will be Jeff Desnoyers in the morning, and then I will monitor things through the early afternoon. And I do believe Eric Burke's going to come in and Jada are going to work it together in the afternoon and night. And we'll have you covered and keep an eye on things. And we can actually stream on Facebook for severe weather. So we will do that if it's needed. Obviously, any cut-ins that we have to do live, if the storms were to get a little bit stronger, we would have somebody here to cover that for you, and we'll be monitoring the situation very closely for Saturday. Still some more storms in the forecast for Monday and Tuesday. They will likely be rainmakers more than anything else. I don't think it's any kind of severe weather. The one day we have to keep an eye out after Saturday is going to be Wednesday. And that's the potential for some stronger storms. That would also be your transition back to some cooler temperatures. So after hitting 80 degrees on Wednesday with some storms that could be strong, the showers linger Thursday, and it would just be some rainfall before that ends and tapers off. And then finally the temperatures fall back to about where they should be for this time of year. Even a 67 on that Friday and a 66 on that Saturday and day 9 and 10 on the 10-day forecast is still above average. But when you're not hitting 80 anymore and you drop back into the mid to upper 60s, that's a pattern change. Nothing that would warrant any kind of alert or anything like that. But it certainly would be, wow, it is March. It's not May. And that's a reminder that the temperatures will fall back after that last round of rain. If we were to hit rainfall, say you're one of those locations that gets the rain tomorrow, gets the rain Saturday, gets the rain Sunday, gets the rain Monday, gets the rain Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you were to get even just a few pockets of heavy rainfall, you could start adding up some rain that could easily get up to like the 2 to 3 to 4 inch amount. And there probably will be that one location that gets the rain each and every day. And that'll be the one location that probably has the most rainfall from now till the middle of the week. But because the activity after Saturday is so hit or miss, and more isolated, it's hard to pinpoint which location that will be. But whomever gets all the rainfall and hoards it all to themselves could have some pretty gaudy totals by the middle of next week. And you could be that one location that only gets rain once or twice in the next 5-6 days, and then your total would be much lower when it's all said and done. But what doesn't change is the temperature pattern. Stays warm, and then a little bit cooler by the end. So day 9 and 10. TVL. Back to an hour long, which means 2 weather hits instead of just 1. I will be on air for those. And then we start the new newscast. Gina Benitez and myself will be here. We'll take care of all your updated news stories through the morning. I will have multiple weather hits throughout the noon newscast, updating you on the rainfall, not just for the weekend, but I'll keep an eye on those storms for Friday and have some updates on that as well. And then I'm out of here at 1 o'clock. Gone playing pickleball this afternoon with my good buddy Eric Burke and Matthew King. And that's when Jada comes in and she'll take over the night side and she'll have all your updated weather concerns as we go into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and just keep you on top of what you need to know, timing it all out for you, what to expect, and anything forecast model-wise that subtly changes throughout the afternoon. She can bring updates for you tonight on air at 4, 5, 6, and again at 10. Okay? Everybody, have a great day. And until the storms get here, enjoy the spring-like feel. Many of you are very excited about it. You type it on my Facebook page. You're like, this is great. And there's other people, they're not really happy about it because they want it to be colder. They want winter to continue. The one thing that does happen, though, when you have these spring-like temperatures, the pollen count is off the charts. And I have a black truck, and it's now yellow. So if you suffer from allergies, the warmer temperatures, trade off. You know, your pollen count goes high. You're going to be sneezing for the next couple of days. Have a good day, everybody.